quick little sign up before we get into the video. Can't really get to my figures right now. Plus, I don't really think there's any content worth uploading. So for the next few videos, most of my content is going to be movies/show reviews. So they'll sign up before we get into the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. It's been a while since I posted, but I'm back. This is the first time I'm going to be doing this sort of video on this channel, being a movie review. So a quick little rundown of what the premise of this video actually is. These type of videos aren't me recapping a movie. I don't really do that. I feel like it's a waste of time. But instead, this is me giving my opinions on these movies. So with that being said, let's dive into this video and talk about the absolute gem that is the Spongebob movie. The first ever Spongebob movie released on November 19th, 2004 and still holds up as a very solid movie to this day, as it was a good representation of the show at the time, as well as having a lot of cool scenes, quotable moments, bunch of comedy, all that stuff. Just take a look.
And tonight, after my big promotion, we're gonna party till we're purple.
I love being purple! Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
Oh, I think I stepped in something. Waiter!
Why do I always get the nuts?
I'm Plankton, you old hag, and your son smells like
These are few of the many reasons why I call this movie an absolute gem. A lot of people say that this is the best SpongeBob movie, and after this, the movies decreased and went downhill, and I am one of those people. Probably because the bar was set so high due to the first movie initially being the last SpongeBob project Steven Hillenburg would work on. One of the first things I want to bring up when talking about this movie is the fact that it stayed loyal to the original show. It didn't bring any unnecessary voice actors or new characters. It also portrayed the already existing characters as they should be. Of course, back then, Hollywood was different, to say the least. Another thing I want to bring up is one of the characters, Plankton, and how he was in this movie. Now, since this is technically a kids movie, you'd expect kids to watch this, being the target audience, whatnot, all that stuff. So as kids watching this, most of us probably didn't really understand the whole thing that Plankton was doing. We just like to see SpongeBob on the big screen and have a bunch of laughs. It's not only now that I'm taking in consideration just what Plankton actually really did in this movie. Like, sure, his two top main goals that he always wanted was, of course, the Krabby Patty secret formula and world domination, but seeing it actually happen was a weird feeling. Not only did he finally get the Krabby Patty secret formula and actually start selling it at his restaurant while enslaving the entire citizens of Bikini Bottom, but on top of all that, he actually found enjoyment of potentially watching Mr. Krabs die. Most of the people just think that that scene was really just a joke, but taking in consideration that he actually found enjoyment in the possible fact that Mr. Krabs was dying, like, he was gonna let that happen. He wasn't gonna stop it, and when he was right there, just there to watch it. Now that I'm thinking about it, Plankton was a real menace in this movie. Besides that, like I said, this movie has a ton of iconic moments and scenes play out through it. A few things that made their first appearance in this movie actually got used in the series to this day, like the Goofy Goobers restaurant, or even the mind control bucket helmets that was shown in the recent Plankton movie. It's nice to know that while not all of the continuity from the movie got used in the future episodes of the show, they're still being referenced. A thing that I find interesting about this movie is its final few moments and scenes. That being SpongeBob and Patrick being in Shell City all the way to the end of the movie.
Dad, we did make it.
Yeah, I guess we did.
We did all right for a couple of goofballs.
This really takes a swerve that I don't think a lot of people would have expected at the time. Before that part, the movie was more on the comedic side, throwing jokes here and there. It's not until those final scenes that it really hits you that this movie is more than just a kid's movie or a cartoon movie. It just goes to show that this movie was truly timeless. While still seeing the usually wacky stuff, like of course David Hasselhoff just casually swimming across the ocean, we also see Dennis return with big intentions on actually killing SpongeBob and Patrick. Again with the killing stuff, it's not till now that I'm noticing, wow, this movie's kinda dark. Of course, no one was really actually killed in this movie. SpongeBob and Patrick make it back to Bikini Bottom, save the day, and that's pretty much it. Another thing I find really cool about this movie is the little details in the end credit scene. First off, Ocean Man, played by Ween, the same band that made the Loop-de-Loop song. And not only that, but inspired Steven Hillenburg to make this show or something like that. That was really smart to use that absolute banger of a song in the end credits. But also the fact that they had a bunch of images showing what happened after the movie with SpongeBob and his new manager had doing a bunch of stuff, smiling through it all. I just love when people put attention to detail like that. Was pretty cool to see. Not only was this movie great, but it was ahead of its time. If you watched it on release day or repetitively over and over again, and you could still go back, watch the movie, and you would still find yourself having a good time. This movie really had it all, and if that would be the send-off of the show, then I don't think that many people would have been complaining, because this was a good way to send off the show. Anyways, that's all I really have to say about reviewing this movie. Sorry it's a little short. Once again, first time making one of these videos on the channel. As I make more of these, I'm probably going to get a better hang of it, make it more longer and more in detail in my opinion, but that's it for now. I don't really watch movies or TV shows that often, so if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. My next thing I'm going to be reviewing is possibly The Smashing Machine. I hear that's a good movie. I'm probably going to go watch it and review it on this channel, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one.